Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to episode 27, part 2 of the Weekend Gear Guide. In part 1 of our Winter Layering Guide episode for Arc'teryx technical outerwear, we went over the typical 4-layer winter layering system as well as color considerations based on the location and surroundings of your winter activity and covered in detail the key factors impacting comfort of a winter layering system, and lastly the concept of usage comfort based on activity level and weather conditions. So in part 2 of our 2023 Winter Layering Guide for Arc'teryx technical outerwear, we'll provide our top picks for the Arc'teryx products we recommend for a winter layering system by going over the following topics. First, a preface with some notes, tips, and selection methodology. Second, our recommended and suggested winter layering system based on A. Activity level, B. Weather conditions, and C. Body temperature based on whether you typically run warm, hot, or cold, so that you can get a baseline of which products to use based on these 3 factors in order for you to stay comfortably warm and dry. Then we'll go over a visual hands-on review showing how each of the recommended products fit both individually as well as in an overall 4-layer system so that you can get a frame of reference based on our measurements and the sizes we used in order to help you select the size that would most likely fit comfortably for you in your winter layering system. And lastly, product issues and other considerations. Even though Arc'teryx makes some good products, there are some areas in terms of comfort, functionality, performance, and cosmetics which we'll highlight or reiterate in order for you to take into consideration. So let's get started. We'll begin first by prefacing the topics we'll discuss in this guide with the following notes and tips. First, the Arc'teryx Winter Layering Guide for 2023 is applicable to the following winter activities: hiking, backpacking, snowshoeing, camping, skating, ice climbing, alpine climbing, and tobogganing. And for resort skiing and backcountry skiing, some products in this guide can still be leveraged for these activities with exception of the shell and insulated belay layers. Second, finding your optimum comfort level, which varies from person to person for a specific activity and temperature level using the products shown in this winter layering guide, will take some time and experience based on your individual physiology and fitness level. However, it's important to note that this winter layering guide will help take most of the guesswork out by showing you the layering system options that you can select from which is best suited for you, your activity, and weather conditions in order to help you find your optimum comfort level faster. Also, some of the products, colors, and/or sizes shown in this guide have already sold out as of January 1st, 2023, but based on trends from previous years, we expect a restock with new colors in either spring or fall of this year, though some products may already be available at your local outlet for discounted prices. And the last but important note is that the Weekend Gear Guide is not sponsored or affiliated with any manufacturer or retailer. The products that I review are purchased with my own finances, and I will not hold back on highlighting any issues or other factors that may negatively impact your experience, as you'll see in this episode and all other episodes in my channel. And finally, let's go over some general but important tips to help complement the topics we'll be discussing in this guide. The first tip is that with the right base and mid-layer, you should always feel comfortably cold at the start of your activity and should feel comfortably warm during mostly moderate to brief high exertion levels. And second, in addition to the first tip above, during your activity, in order to help further prevent excessive sweating and moisture buildup in your winter layering system, you should try to either manage your activity output level and/or open up your mid-layer and/or shell jacket and any additional venting options like the neck zipper in your base layer and/or pit zips in your shell if available. It's important to note that managing your output level would probably be the most difficult part, especially when you're in the zone. But hopefully with this guide and through experience, the layering system you selected will help manage that for you to help keep you comfortably warm and dry throughout the day so that you can forget about your gear and enjoy being one with nature. Now let's go over the methodology that we use to help select, test, and recommend a winter layering system from Arc'teryx. The methodology that we used utilizes the activity versus temperature usage comfort concept graph that we previously covered in our part 1 episode, which we'll reuse in this episode to go over in detail the specific products we recommend that would fit within each of the usage comfort range lines shown here for each activity and temperature level. For the activity level axis, we'll use the MET level scale to assign the following values to each activity level. But first, let's define what is a MET. Well, MET stands for metabolic equivalent, where 1 MET is the amount of energy in calories your body uses each minute while resting quietly. On average, a man sitting quietly burns 70 calories per hour, and a woman sitting quietly burns about 60 calories per hour. As highlighted in these examples, for walking, hiking, snowshoeing, and mountain climbing, we see a MET level between 3 and 8, which is considered moderate to vigorous activity. Now that you have a sense of what activities go with what MET level, let's go back to our activity versus temperature level graph, where we'll define static to low activity level with a MET value of less than 3, and moderate activity level with a MET value of 3 to 6, and a high activity level with a MET value of more than 6. And for temperature level, while you could definitely assign a hypothetical temperature value range for each temperature level as shown here, we should highlight that the temperature range for each level can vary and shift by up to 9 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius in either direction depending on the person, humidity, wind speed, availability and intensity of sunlight, and other factors, and therefore, due to these many variables and complexities, we've decided not to specify a temperature value range and leave it up to each individual watching this guide to make their own decision on what each temperature level means to them in terms of comfort using the products we specified in this guide. So now that you're familiar with our selection methodology, let's finally dive straight into our recommended layering system, starting with our recommended Arc'teryx products for people who run warm, which is based on our experience using the products that will be shown here, which we've used for at least one full winter season, with exception of a few newly released fall-winter 2023 products that we've tested in the past couple of weeks with good results so far. For moderate to high output activity level in cool winter weather conditions, we would recommend the Arc'teryx Cormac Crew short sleeve shirt combined with the Proton FL hoodie due to the comfort provided by the moisture wicking, fast drying Cormac Crew shirt combined with the excellent breathability and efficient thermal regulation of the Proton FL hoodie. For static to low activity level in cool winter weather conditions, although you can certainly layer a Nuclei FL jacket as an insulated belay layer on top of the Proton FL hoodie and Cormac Crew short sleeve shirt, we would recommend the equally warm, packable, and lightweight Patagonia Das Light hoodie for the insulated belay layer as shown here for reasons we'll cover in more detail later on in this guide. For moderate to high output activity level in cooler winter weather conditions, we would recommend the Arc'teryx Motus AR zip neck lawn sleeve shirt combined with the Proton FL hoodie due to the comfort provided by the warm, moisture wicking, and fast drying Motus AR lawn sleeve shirt with zip neck for additional venting combined with the excellent breathability and efficient thermal regulation of the Proton FL hoodie. And again, for static to low activity level in cooler winter weather conditions, we would recommend the Patagonia Das Light hoodie for the warm insulated belay layer. For moderate to high output activity level in cold winter weather conditions, we would recommend the Arc'teryx Row Hybrid half zip neck lawn sleeve shirt combined with the Proton FL hoodie due to the comfort provided by the warm, moisture wicking, fast drying Row Hybrid lawn sleeve shirt with zip neck for additional venting combined with the excellent breathability and efficient thermal regulation of the Proton FL hoodie. In addition, the Row Hybrid shirt uses merino wool blend in the underarm panels, which not only provides a bit more warmth, but also provides long-lasting odor resistance. For static to low activity level in cold winter weather conditions, in order to stay warm and comfortable, we recommend using the warmer 850 down-filled Alpha Lightweight Parka. This parka is not only significantly warmer than the Das Light hoodie, but 850 filled down makes this jacket relatively lightweight and packable, and the DWR-treated Hadron shell with the Gore-Tex Infinium membrane provides durability and excellent weather resistance. For moderate to high output activity level in colder winter weather conditions, we would recommend the Arc'teryx Motus AR zip neck lawn sleeve shirt combined with the Proton LT hoodie due to the comfort provided by the warm, moisture wicking, fast drying Motus AR shirt combined with the warm yet breathable Proton LT hoodie. For static to low activity level in colder winter weather conditions, again, we recommend using the Alpha Lightweight Parka, which when combined with the Proton LT hoodie provides enough warmth and comfort for colder winter weather conditions. And finally, For moderate to high output activity level in the coldest winter weather conditions, we would recommend the Arc'teryx Row Hybrid Half Zip Neck Lawn Sleeve Shirt combined with the Proton LT hoodie due to the comfort provided by the warm, moisture-wicking, fast-drying Row Hybrid shirt along with the warm yet breathable Proton LT hoodie. In addition, the Row Hybrid shirt uses merino wool and nylon blend in the underarm panels, which not only provides a bit more warmth, but also provides long-lasting odor resistance. And for static to low output activity level in the coldest winter weather conditions, in order to stay warm and comfortable, we recommend using the Arc'teryx Nuclei SV Parka, which is Arc'teryx's warmest synthetic parka due to its use of warm and thermally efficient Corloft Continuous 180 synthetic insulation in the front, back, and upper arms, and Corloft Continuous 90 insulation everywhere else for the best balance of excellent warmth and lightweight packability. When there is wet snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions, we recommend the Beta LT Jacket Hadron since it's the lightest, most packable, waterproof, windproof, breathable jacket from Arc'teryx today, yet is exceptionally durable due to the utilization of the proprietary Hadron Liquid Crystal Polymer Grid Face fabric. It should be noted that the previous layering system is more geared towards a single day trip where temperature levels typically do not swing drastically from cool to coldest. However, for a multi-day trip, in order to reduce the amount of layering gear that you need while still maintaining a good level of comfort over a wide range of temperature levels, we would recommend the following. Starting with the base layers, for cool temperature level, we recommend the moisture-wicking, quick-drying Cormac Crew short sleeve shirt, and to cover cooler to coldest temperature levels, we would recommend the Row Hybrid Half Zip Neck Lawn Sleeve shirt due to the best balance provided by the moisture-wicking, warm, mid-weight Phasic AR2 fabric, the zip neck for venting if required, and combined with the Nucleus 150 merino wool nylon blend for longer-lasting multi-day odor resistance in odor-prone areas. For mid-layers, depending on the temperature level of the day, you can wear either the Proton FL hoodie or the Proton LT hoodie and pack the respective mid-layer that's not being worn without having to worry about packing out the insulation, since the insulation used in these jackets are highly resistant to packing out, thus can be compressed repeatedly without losing its thermal warmth and efficiency over time. In addition, if really required during the coldest conditions, the Proton FL hoodie can be optionally layered under the Proton LT hoodie to provide additional warmth, especially during static to low activity levels under a belay jacket. And for the static belay layer, depending on whether you expect high humidity in the forecast and or the coldest temperature levels during any one of the days of your trip, then you can bring either the Alpha Lightweight Parka or the Nuclei SV Parka. And although either of these warm parkas can simply be unzipped if you get a bit too hot when used during static to low activity levels and cool or cooler temperature levels, the Proton LT hoodie can optionally be used as a lightweight belay jacket instead, especially in cool winter weather conditions. And during wet snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions, the Beta LT Jacket Hadron can be layered over your base and mid-layer to help provide extra weather protection. And finally, for pants, we recommend a lightly insulated yet breathable Proton pant for moderate to high activity levels during any of the temperature levels, since legs typically tend not to overheat or get uncomfortably cold for people who run typically warm over a wide temperature level range. During wet snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions, we recommend the Beta LT Pant Hadron since, like its jacket counterpart, the Beta LT Pant Hadron is the lightest, most packable, waterproof, windproof, breathable pant from Arc'teryx today, yet is highly durable due to the Hadron LCP face fabric. And for additional warmth during static to low activity levels that will typically be used in cold to coldest temperature levels, we recommend the Nuclei pant, which not only provides the required warmth needed for these conditions, but is also lightweight and packable and can be layered either over top both the mid-layer Proton pant plus the Beta LT Pant Hadron during windy or blizzard conditions, or just over the Proton pant during non-windy, non-blizzard-like cold to coldest conditions. Now let's go over our suggested winter layering system for people who typically run hot. Since we are not one of those people who typically run hot, we can only suggest the following system based on research and feedback from people who own these products. For people who typically run hot, the current mid-layer system recommended for people who run warm would be too hot for them. Thus, we would suggest to replace the Proton FL hoodie with the less insulated and more breathable and air-permeable Proton hybrid hoodie as shown, as well as replace the Proton LT hoodie with the Proton FL hoodie for the colder to coldest temperature levels as shown. And again, during wet, snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions, we would still recommend the lightweight, packable, and relatively breathable Beta LT jacket Hadron. And for pants, the lightly insulated Proton pant would most likely be too hot for people who run typically hot. Thus, we suggest to replace the Proton pant with a non-insulated yet durable and weather-resistant Gamma AR pant. And again, during wet, snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions, we would still recommend the lightweight, packable, and relatively breathable Beta LT pant Hadron. And for additional warmth during cold to coldest temperature levels, we would still recommend the warm, lightweight, and packable nuclei pant that can be layered either over top both the Gamma AR pant plus the Beta LT pant Hadron during windy or blizzard conditions, or just over the Gamma AR pant during non-windy, non-blizzard-like cold to coldest conditions. Now let's go over our suggested winter layering system for people who typically run cold. Since we are not one of those people who typically run cold, we can only suggest the following system based on research and feedback from people who own these products. For people who typically run cold, the current base layer system recommended for people who run warm like us would be too cold for them. Thus, we would suggest to use the Motus AR zip neck long sleeve shirt and the Row Hybrid half zip neck shirt for cool and cooler temperature levels respectively, and the warmer mid-weight Row LT zip neck long sleeve for both cold and colder temperature levels, and the Row heavyweight zip neck for the coldest temperature level. And again, during wet, snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions, we would still recommend the lightweight, packable, and relatively breathable Beta LT jacket Hadron. And for pants, the only suggested change we would make is to utilize the Beta LT pant Hadron during cold and coldest temperature levels in order to help retain the little bit of boundary layer warmth from your legs and the Proton pant insulation from escaping too rapidly. And of course, we still recommend to use the Beta LT pant Hadron during wet, snow, windy, or blizzard-like winter weather conditions. And for additional warmth during cold to coldest temperature levels, we would still recommend the warm, lightweight, and packable nuclei pant that can be layered either over top both the Proton pant plus the Beta LT pant Hadron during windy or blizzard conditions, or just over the Proton pant during non-windy, non-blizzard-like cold to coldest conditions. Now that you know which Arc'teryx technical outdoor products we recommend, as well as how to best layer with them for your optimum comfort in various activity levels and weather conditions, let's go over the fit of each of the recommended products so that you can get a frame of reference to help you select the size appropriate for your measurements. Starting with the base layers, shown here is the Cormac short sleeve shirt on the left, the Motus AR zip neck long sleeve shirt in the middle, and the Row Hybrid half zip neck shirt on the right. Our model is 5'8", 175 pounds with a 40-inch chest and 32-inch waist, and the Cormac crew in a size small fits comfortably well and despite having a regular fit does not feel too loose and also allows for good freedom of movement due to the regular fit combined with good mechanical stretch provided from the Austria 100% polyester fabric. The Motus AR zip neck and the Row Hybrid half zip neck, which are both in size small, also fit comfortably well through the body, sleeves, and collar, and despite having a fitted trim fit, does not feel tight or restrictive in any spot due to the excellent stretch and freedom of movement provided from the Phasic AR2 100% polyester fabric. In addition, the Nucleix 150 merino wool nylon blend in the underarms of the Row Hybrid half zip also fits and feels comfortable. Up next is the fit for the recommended mid-layers and shell jacket. Shown here is the Proton FL hoodie on the left, the Proton LT hoodie in the middle, and the Beta LT jacket Hadron on the right. both the Proton FL and Proton LT hoodie in a size medium fits and moves comfortably well over any of the previously mentioned size small base layers. It's important to note that our model typically wears a size small in almost all Arc'teryx products, but needed to size up on both the Proton hoodies due to the fitted design, which has an extra trim fit. The Beta LT jacket Hadron in a size small fits comfortably well and roomy with good freedom of movement over the medium-sized Proton LT or Proton FL hoodie over any of the previously mentioned size small base layers despite being classified as a fitted fit design. Before we move on, if you're interested to see how the current Proton FL hoodie compares to other similar designed active insulation jackets such as the first generation Proton FL hoodie, the Practitioner AR hoodie from the Professional line, as well as the Competent Wrap Vaporized Summit jacket, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you get notified when part 2 episode of our active insulated jacket series is released. Now let's go over the fit for the recommended insulated belay jacket outer layers. Shown here is the Patagonia Daslight hoodie on the left, the Alpha Lightweight Parka in the middle, and the Nuclei SV Parka on the right. The Patagonia Daslight hoodie with a regular fit in a size small fits and moves comfortably well over the medium-sized Proton FL hoodie over any of the previously mentioned size small base layers. The Alpha Lightweight Parka with a regular fit in a size small fits and moves comfortably well over the medium-sized Proton LT hoodie over any of the previously mentioned size small base layers. And the Nuclei SV Parka with a regular fit, also in a size small, fits and moves comfortably well over the medium-sized Proton LT hoodie over any of the previously mentioned size small base layers. And finally, let's go over the fit for each of the recommended pants. Shown here is the Proton pant on the left, the Beta LT pant Hadron in the middle, and the Nuclei pant on the right. Our model is 5'8", 175 pounds with a 32-inch waist, 38.5-inch hip, and a 30-inch inseam, and the Proton pant in a size small fits comfortably well, and despite being advertised as a fitted design, the Proton pant has excellent and unrestricted freedom of movement due to the stretchy Fortius Air 50 face fabric and Octaloft insulation. Similarly, the Beta LT pant Hadron and Nuclei pant, both in a size small, also fits and moves comfortably well due to the regular fit combined with the articulated patterning, which also helps provide good freedom of movement. The Nuclei pant has a single thigh pocket which doubles as a stuff sack and a zippered fly closure that can also be used to access the belay loop on a harness. The Nuclei pant uses 2 full-length separating side zippers which unzips from the bottom to allow for easy removal over boots and crampons. And as shown, the Nuclei pant layers easily over the Beta LT pant Hadron and the Proton pant. The Beta LT pant Hadron also uses full-length separated side zippers but has the capability to unzip from both the bottom and the top, and as shown, layers easily over the Proton pant. And the low-profile cuffs on the Proton pant fit securely over hiking boots like the Aerios AR and does not ride up when bending and moving. And finally, for the last part of this guide, we'll go over some of the issues, aside from the current out-of-stock and typical high costs, that you should take into consideration if you do have a chance to purchase sometime this year, or if you already own some of these products, what you should be aware of. Fortunately, most of these product issues are fairly minor. The first issue to be made aware of is with regards to comfort on the Proton FL hoodie, where we needed to size up to a medium from our typical size small. So our advice is to go up one size from your typical size for the very slim fit-in Proton FL hoodie. Another minor functional issue with the current Proton FL hoodie is that it only has 1 chest pocket versus 2 on the previous version of the Proton FL hoodie. This can also be considered a cosmetic issue, but for us, it wasn't really much of an issue, but some people might be put off by this. And the last issue that some people might find annoying is that the zipper is not centered and swings to the right, as shown in this post from Reddit, which you can click the link in the description below for more details. Although we can also confirm this issue as shown here, We consider this a minor cosmetic issue, but can definitely see some people being annoyed since this issue is not present on the previous Proton FL hoodie nor on any other Arc'teryx products that we're aware of. Now moving to the Proton LT hoodie, we find the same comfort and functional issues as with the Proton FL hoodie, and the same advice for sizing up should be considered, and the single chest pocket issue we consider to be very minor. For the Beta LT Jacket Hadron, despite having all the great features and benefits shown on the left, we still think there should be pit zips included to allow for optimal venting. Maybe Arc'teryx left them out in order to keep the weight down, or had concerns of adding a potential failure point on such a thin jacket that could lead to increased warranty claims. However, let us know what you think in the comments below. Up next is the Patagonia Das Light hoodie, which we recommended over the Arc'teryx Nuclei FL jacket despite having similar warmth. But before we go over the issues on the Das Light hoodie, let's just briefly go over why we recommended the Das Light hoodie over the Nuclei FL jacket. First, the Nuclei FL jacket uses the short front hem design that works great with the short front hem on the previous Proton FL hoodie as shown on the left, but does not fit completely over the longer hem of the current Proton FL hoodie of the same size medium, causing it to stick out as shown in the middle. However, the size small Das Light hoodie with its longer cut easily covers the bottom front hem of the medium-sized Proton FL hoodie as shown on the right. Second, like the current Proton series, the Nuclei FL jacket is very trim-fitting and we needed to size up to get the proper and more comfortable fit, whereas the Das Light hoodie fits perfectly over a base and mid-layer in our typical size small. Third, the Nuclei FL jacket has a very slim fit in cuffs on the sleeves even after we sized up. Although not a big issue for us, we still find it a bit uncomfortable in comparison to the comfortable sleeves on the Das Light hoodie. Fourth, the Nuclei FL jacket does not have a two-way zipper, which is a must for an insulated belay climbing jacket. Fifth, the Nuclei FL jacket does not have an external chest pocket, which is very convenient to have for easy access to additional storage and is pretty much standard now on all insulated belay jackets. And sixth, although the hood on the Nuclei FL jacket works well, we prefer the hood on the Das Light hoodie due to the elastication around the opening, which helps seal out the elements in comparison to the Nuclei FL, which leaves the sides exposed as shown. Despite these reasons, the Nuclei FL jacket is still a good belay jacket that's a bit lighter, includes 2 dump pockets, and layers well over the older version of the Proton FL hoodie. However, the Patagonia Das Light hoodie as mentioned is better overall, but let's now highlight some potential problem areas that you should be aware of. First, although the Das Light hoodie fits perfectly over a base and mid-layer, if you add a shell layer, then it becomes too tight to layer the Das Light hoodie over these 3 layers and you'll need to size up. As a consequence of sizing up, the hem becomes too wide and lets cold drafts in, which is where this jacket needs manual hem adjustments. And finally, there are no internal stuff pockets, which most belay jackets include, like the Nuclei FL jacket. Moving on to the Alpha Lightweight Parka, as expected, due to the use of goose downfill, the Alpha Lightweight Parka is not suited for cold, humid conditions. For the Nuclei SV Parka, as shown, the hood does not move with your head even when all the adjustments are fully cinched. Arc'teryx should add the crown adjustment as used in the Alpha Lightweight Parka and many other Arc'teryx hoodies. Also, since both the face and liner only use Arado 15 and 10 denier ripstop fabric respectively to keep the weight down, this makes the fabric seem very fragile. Moving on to the Proton pant, the only issue we find is that the low-profile tapered cuffs fit too tight over ice climbing boots like the Acrux AR. This is something that should be considered given that these pants are advertised to be used for ice climbing and alpine climbing activities. And finally, for the Nuclei pant, the drawstring adjustments for the waist does not stay tightened and comes loose fairly easily. And there is no two-way leg zipper like on the Beta LT Pant Hadron or the previous Kappa insulated belay pant. So there you have it, the complete list of issues that we think everyone looking into our recommended products for a winter layering system should be aware of and consider in their research and purchasing decision. So what do you think of these issues, and are any of these issues a showstopper for you? Or are they all fairly minor and something that you can live with? Do you think some of the recommended products should not have been recommended? And is there any other Arc'teryx products that you think we should have included in our winter layering guide? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about the info presented in this winter layering guide, or would like to see some reviews on any other gear for your weekend adventure, please leave them in the comments below. Hit that like button if you found this review helpful and informative, click on the subscribe button to get notified of new reviews, and stay tuned for the next Weekend Gear Guide episode.